Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am going to show you the top 4 GoHighLevel automations that you need right now. If you'd like to get started with GoHighLevel, you can use the link in the description down below. And now, without further ado, let's climb into the video. So number 1, we are going to set up automated bookings or appointment bookings, and you can do this in calendars. So from your left hand side, you'll have all of your items here, and we're going to go all the way down to the bottom and we are going to look for settings. Now once you go into settings, you'll have a bunch of more options. So let's go to calendars. Once you're going into calendars, you are going to come over here to the right hand side and you're going to create a new calendar. Now you can manage multiple calendars depending on what exactly it is that you're doing over here. So click on new calendar, and here you can choose from a personal booking, a round robin, class booking, a collective booking, and then there's an event calendar and a service booking. Now these calendars are pre-built calendars to work accordingly to all of these different types. So go ahead and choose the calendar that's best going to suit your needs. Now once you've created one, I'm going to just go back out of settings. It'll look like this. On the left hand side, you can access all of your calendars by clicking on calendar on the left hand side. Now make sure it doesn't say settings here, because now you are actually in the calendar view. What we can do from here is we can actually view our calendar. So let's go over here to calendar settings and then calendars, and here you can see a list of all your calendars, and you will see you have your calendar on the right hand side. You can edit, share, you can troubleshoot, and then there's a couple more options here, but what we're looking for is share. Now there are a few share options, so you can use a scheduling link. This is a scheduling link over here. It is determined by the slug. You can adjust the slug, and the scheduling link automatically adapts to the modification. So here we can then also use a permalink. This is ideal for funnels, website redirects, or even ads. And then you have the one-time link, which you can use, and this is literally, as it explains itself, it's a one-time link. So once it's been clicked and that link has been used, it will not work again. Then you have the embed code, which if you want to put this in your website, this can be placed so that you can have appointments booked directly through your website. So I'm going to use this one over here and just click on copy, and now you can put this wherever you need to put this, maybe in a form or an email, and you can now send this out to your clients. Now this is essentially what it will look like. I have sent this test mail with the link over here, and once you click on this link, this is the appointment booking link, and here you can see I can make an appointment over here. So I'm going to make an appointment. You can see my available days, which you can set up as well in your calendar, but I'm going to make an appointment for Friday the 7th, and I'm going to make it at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to click on 12 o'clock and say select, and here you are going to add your first name, last name, email address, and phone number. And then if there's anything additional that you need to add in here, then it'll be added in. Essentially what will happen is your client will say schedule meeting, and you will come up to your calendars over here. So let's just go back into calendars, and this is now what the calendar looks like. So you have the calendar view and the appointments list view, and here you can see that I've got a booking right over here. And then you can actually change how you receive notifications. So from here, just go and tap on the pencil icon, which is the edit calendar. On the left hand side, you'll have notifications and additional options. Here you can change everything about your notifications. So you can get in-app notifications or email notifications depending on what you would prefer. So now you'll get a notification every time there's a new booking automatically onto your calendar. Number 2 is now coming down to automations, and I'm going to show you how you can create auto replies on Instagram comments. You can even create them on Facebook comments. So what we will do here is on the top right hand side, you will click on create workflow, and once you have clicked on this, you have the option to start from scratch, select from a template, or even import from a campaign, or use a company-based workflow. Now this is still in the beta stage, so we are going to select from a template. From here, you can actually go through here and choose a template that is going to suit your needs best. Once you've chosen a template, you can see that this over here is an Instagram comment automation. I'm going to go and edit this workflow so that you can see what it actually looks like. So once you have chosen your template, this is the page that you will land on. So here you can custom define all of the elements. So for example, we have a trigger, and the trigger is an Instagram comment on a post. And here you can see the workflow trigger's name. You can change the filters over here so it can contain a phrase, and it can also have a couple other options. And then you can choose the phrase that it needs to contain so that you can automatically reply. Here you can see our standard fields, and then there is a page, so we are going to just leave that as is. You can also add additional filters if you'd like to, just by using the plus button. As you go down here, you can see this is pretty much the trigger, and what we're going to do here is just go ahead and we are going to just go and say save. That's fine for now. And as we come down, we can see that the next box, which has already been laid out for us, is the actual reply in comments. So here you can create multiple comments to be sent randomly as comment replies. So here you can say, hey, check your DMs, thanks for showing interest, so on and so on. So you can create multiple different replies so that it doesn't look generic and boring. You can also go down over here and automatically have the comments liked, but this is only applicable for Facebook posts and not Instagram. You can go ahead and save your changes, and then there is the Instagram interactive messenger. Here you are going to choose a reply type, and then also, if you would like, you can choose a template, which is an HTML snippet, and then you can go ahead and type out your message. So when somebody ultimately sends a comment or makes a comment on one of your Instagram posts or an ad, then they will automatically receive this message in their DMs. You can also add attachments over here as well as files through a URL, and that is quite nice. You also have buttons and quick replies, which you can go and customize as well. And ultimately, there will be then 3 arms or branches out from here. It'll be the default timeout, the visit our website, and then the get the checklist. And here we have another stage, and this is the Instagram interactive messenger, and this will be the reply to comment via DM. You can go ahead and you can then add another stage over here. Ultimately, what's going to happen is thereafter there's going to be a default timeout, and it's the end of your workflow. You can now change the status of this workflow from draft to publish, and then go ahead and click on save. This will now save your workflow, so when somebody comments on a post, you will automatically be able to DM them all the information that they need. Number 3, we now have our sales funnels, right? And this is a great way to keep track of all of the statuses of all of your clients and all of your leads. So on the left hand side, we're going to have a look for opportunities. Now in opportunities, there's a few options. We have the opportunities sub menu over here, and then we have pipelines, and then we have bulk actions. But what we're looking for is pipelines, okay? And what we need is on the top right hand side, we are going to create a pipeline, and automatically it will give you 4 stages of your pipeline. So this is a new lead, contacted, proposal sent, and closed, right? But what I've done is I've customized my own pipeline. So let's just go in over here. It's called clothing order, and I'm going to click on the little pencil icon, and you can see there's a new lead, initial contact, needs discovery, proposal and quote, negotiation and revisions, order confirmation and production, and then delivery and follow-up. And that's important, the delivery and the follow-up. And here you can go ahead and you can just add stages if you would like to, and then just click on update, and it'll update all your changes. Quick question: what is the biggest pain point in your business right now? Leave a comment down below, and let's see if GoHighLevel can fix it. You can now navigate back to opportunities as the subheading over here, and here you can actually import opportunities, which are contacts. You can also add opportunities over here. You can manage all of your fields, and ultimately you can see here are all of those legs of our pipeline that we created. So we've got from new lead all the way through to the delivery and the follow-up. Okay, so in every one of them. You can click, you can move them around as well. You could also go ahead and sort them in different orders, but ultimately here we are going to click on manage or add new opportunity, and what will happen is you will go ahead and either select a contact, so you'll select an existing contact, or you can create a new contact, so you'll just enter a name over here, as well as an email address, phone number, opportunity details, and the opportunity name generally you like to put as the company name or the client's company name, or even the client's first name. You can also change what pipeline it's in. You can change its stage, status, opportunity value, and then also the owner, followers, business name, opportunity source, and then you can add some additional tags if in the future you need to filter out certain opportunities or within this pipeline. You can do so using those tags. Now I'm going to just go ahead, I'm going to, for example's sake, I'm going to use this contact over here, which is already in my contact, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say create. Now you can see that this contact or this opportunity has been put into my pipeline, and now automatically as the contact or as the opportunity changes its status, it will continue to move through your pipeline workflow. The next section we will find ourselves in is back into automations, and here we are going to create a workflow and we are going to select from a template. Now, one of the nice things is that there are tons of templates, and I'm going to use this lead nurture template. Now, if you'd like to just preview the template, you can go ahead and just click on preview. You can actually see what it looks like, and then we can select choose this template. Now, this lead nurturing template is really nice. It's easy to use, and a lead nurturing template is actually really nice to customize, but there's not much customization that's needed. So first of all, we're working on the trigger. Okay, and here we're working on the customer reply. So now the workflow starts with the trigger and the customer has replied. You can also see down this list that there are tons of different triggers that you can choose, and then you can choose the filters. Now, so we have the standard filters. We also have the contains a phrase, doesn't have a tag, exact match phrase. You can see that there are tons over here. Okay, so we are going to just use, for now, we are going to choose the go to replied to a workflow, and here you can then select which workflow it is. So new leads nurture, and it's the claim offer, and let's save our trigger. Now we can go ahead, and there is our first step. You can change all of the details of your first step, and this is actually a hold step. So this will just create a slight delay so that it doesn't seem like that is a bot replying or that it's talking to AI, right? So here we're going to just save this, and then we are going to send that WhatsApp message. So now you will see as this opens up, you're going to send a message. You can edit your actions over here, so you can just give it a name. You can choose the number that it's going to come from, and then you can also select a WhatsApp template over here, and then you can also enable branches if you have more. Now you'd need to integrate your WhatsApp, so make sure that you've gone ahead and done that as well. Once that is done, you can either have the message delivered or undelivered, and then that is the end of the workflow. And this is a nice way for nurturing your leads quickly and easily, automatically. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, there is a link in the description down below so you can get started with GoHighLevel. If you need to set up GoHighLevel, I've got a full guide right over here. Go ahead, click on the video, and I'll see you over there.